You need to go in USA. If you want to have business, really, you need to be in USA. Only one country in the world is America. We haven't other country in the world where is position for any man who wants to develop and to doing something.
To be successful.
It's America.
It's the American dream.
It's the American dream. That is my dream.
Welcome to Going Rogue with Lara Logan. For this week's episode, we are not in the studio in Texas. We are here in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia, which is a landlocked country in Europe that sits at the crossroads of Eastern and Western Europe, an old traditional ally of the United States, a Christian country that has a long history with America. In fact, what's interesting about Serbia is that there are almost as many Serbs living outside the country as living here. The population here between 8 and 9 million, and the number of Serbs living in America, millions. Some also in Austria, Germany, Australia, places like that, but really many inside of the US. So why are we here? Well, to talk to one of the most famous men in Serbia. Many people say the richest man in this country. He is a man that anywhere you go here, you will not find anyone who doesn't know Bogolub Karic. His family dynasty has been here for generations. Hundreds of family members, over close to 500, with a long history in the former Yugoslavia. Serbia, of course, was part of the former Yugoslavia before the breakup. Some Americans would remember the war with Bosnia, and then later in 1999, the war in Kosovo, as the former Yugoslavia fractured. And Serbs now have their own independent, of course, country, but with many Serbs still living in parts of the former Yugoslavia, so in Kosovo and Albania and Bosnia and Croatia, so in the surrounding areas. So what's particularly striking when you come here is that while the US has largely moved on from those wars, this, of course, was the scene in Belgrade of a significant NATO bombing campaign. In fact, when you drive around here, you can see there are buildings that still bear the scars of those bombings. And certainly for the Serbian people, that's something that many carry in their hearts. And it's quite the contradiction, because so many Serbians identify so strongly with the United States. Now the election of Donald Trump has really unleashed a new era of politics in Europe. Serbia is also uniquely positioned because it is almost on the front line of the really the fight for Western civilization and for Christianity. This is a home of many churches, Orthodox Christian churches that date back centuries. Of course, the Ottomans fought many wars for territory in this land. And with the rise of political Islamist forces in many parts of Europe today, and of right across the border in Bosnia and in Kosovo, Serbia finds itself really at the center of the fight for Western civilization and for the Christian faith. So it's a natural ally of the US, but still bears the wounds of this, the NATO bombing and NATO forces in this part of the world. So we wanted to sit down with one of the most significant leaders, business leaders, yes, economic leaders, but a man with a relationship going back with I don't know how many Russian presidents, Gorbachev, and of course Prime Minister Yeltsin, Putin, also American presidents, a man who has personal experience and has written many letters to President Trump, to President Putin, to other leaders, pushing for peace, but also for global and economic prosperity. So thank you, Bogolub Karic, for allowing us to intrude and for agreeing to talk to us today. It's a great pleasure to sit down with you. You, sir, have written many letters to Donald Trump, not just to President Trump, but also to President Vladimir Putin and other leaders around the world. Can you just tell us just a little bit about the size of your family and the breadth of your business relationships around the world?
Our family started 1971 and established first private company experimentally in Kosovo. Our town is Peć. And
the city
we
of
born in
Peć. Yes, it's
Peć.
a beautiful
And
place.
we are from Peć 1,000 years. All our family live there together with Albanian, with Turkish, with Muslim, and never time we have some problems.
Yes.
Always we have very good relation. In our factories, in Peć and Kosovo, we have hundreds and hundred people who work for us. Also today, we have 30,000 workers in the world, and many is from Kosovo, Bosnia, Croatia, and maybe ex-Yugoslavia. And in that time, in Kosovo, President Tito first visit had in Peć, 1971. And my family is all our family's priest. And in that time, it's not possible to be, how to say, if you need to be member of Communist Party,
of the Communist Party
to have
do
business,
anything. Yes.
to work in state companies.
Yes.
And our family doesn't want
anything to do with that.
Yeah.
You had a lot of priests in your family?
Yes, priests, and we, President Tito blessed us, and he told we 4 brothers and sisters, we work in our garage. We start in private business. And he told, for our communist country, that is not dangerous. Brothers, Karic doesn't destroy communist systems. Please give everything that they want and support family business in that time.
Why did he choose your family?
We, in that time, our family is one family who God maybe bless us to give us power to start to doing that and to work.
So it was really the first kind of business like that in a communist
country in the world. In the world, I think it's first private factories in Yugoslavia. We established for 3 years 4 factories with 400 workers.
So there wasn't anything like that in Russia or China or anything?
No. After that, China, Parliament China was 7 members in our town Peć in Yugoslavia. We was very interesting in that time for a communist country.
So
and
the
also
CCP,
Soviet Union,
the Chinese sent the people to come to your town?
People to Peć, 7 days.
Wow.
They learn how to say what we're doing, how we work, what is our documents. But we are experimenting all our company.
Yeah.
We in that time Yugoslavia haven't law for private company.
There were no laws.
No laws. And
wow.
And they 7 days was in our town. After that, Soviet Union, 1987. President Gorbachev had first visit in Yugoslavia, and our president called us to explain something about our first company. And I explained them, we established first private bank, experimentally, first private insurance company, first private construction company, first private university. In that time, in communist country, that is absolutely, I don't know to compare it today with. And first internet, what we start with internet, doesn't know what is internet. What, believe me, and fax machine, when we start to produce fax machine, people doesn't know what is that.
No.
And after that, we established first
mobile phones.
Our family make, how to say, technology revolution in that time for communist country.
What time was that? Do you remember when? Is this the 1980s and 1990s?
1987, Gorbachev called us to visit Kremlin and Moscow. And after he sent, President Gorbachev sent here in Kosovo and Yugoslavia special commission, how to say, to people to look what we're doing.
To invest, to learn from you.
No, not to invest. Only
learn.
Yeah, to learn. What we, after that, after 3 months, they called me and my brother Dragomir to visit Kremlin. And we met with President and Premier Minister Ryzhkov, Nikolai Ryzhkov. And he told him, everything what brother Karic is doing in Yugoslavia, I want to repair here in Soviet Union. And we start with first bank, insurance company, also we...
The same things in the Soviet Union.
And with joint venture university.
I want to talk to you about gold and silver. Prices right now are through the roof. And one of our most important sponsors at this show is Monetary Gold. So what have we been learning from them? Well, as of January 26, 2026, gold is trading around $5,000 per ounce. Silver around 110 per ounce. And these are exactly the levels that Bank of America was talking about months ago, not as guarantees, but more as scenarios that are driven by debt, by currency pressure, supply constraints, and of course, long-term market behavior. So the story now isn't whether gold and silver are moving. The story is what these moves mean next. And how should all of us be thinking about money, about purchasing power, maybe our tangible assets, all of this taking place in a very different financial landscape. So I think one of the most important things to know, what has really happened with gold. Early 2000s, it was under $400. Now it's around close to $5,000. Same with silver. Spent 10 years under $10, now over $100. And these are real, substantial, meaningful moves. They come from structural change, not from hype. It feels to me like long-term trends matter far more than what you're getting, in the day-to-day headlines from the television or the news. So what does it mean? Well, understanding the history of this helps people understand why these prices, gold and silver getting to these levels, is not shocking to many people. This was entirely predictable. They bet on gold years ago, and they are finally being rewarded for that. So if you want to learn more, you can give them a call or go to their website, monetarygold.com. They have a complimentary gold and silver guide if you need it, or you can just have a conversation with a real person, no call center. I want to say, just on a personal note, thank you to Monetary Gold for being there for us. Thank you for supporting independent journalism. It is not easy, and it is not free, and we can't do it without you. So thank you very much to Monetary Gold, and give them a call. See what you can find out. See how far you can make your money go.
Private university.
Did you like Gorbachev?
That is revolution, absolutely revolution. They give us everything where we want to doing. And I told in that time Premier Minister Ryzhkov, in your country, people wait 2 hours to buy bread, for shoes, to buy shoes from Yugoslavia for our factories. Believe me, they wait day and night, 2-3 days to buy shoes. Just to buy shoes. That is Soviet Union and Russia, 18 years. Now that is also change. But we are pioneers, Perestroika. And we with, in that time, Premier Minister Nikolai Ryzhkov told me, please, I want you and your brother to see Museum of Lenin. And he told me, with him was Deputy Premier Minister, and he told me, Bogolub, please sit here in chair of Lenin.
He put you in Vladimir Lenin's chair?
Lenin's chair. And I...
How old were you? You were what?
Maybe 30 years.
30?
And I sit there, Lenin, and he told his ministers, Bogolub is our brother first capitalists from Yugoslavia. And we start to change our economy. And Perestroika start with us.
Amazing.
With us. That is history, but it's true.
That is history.
And also, today we work in many countries in the world. Our main business is construction. We build millions square meters, 20, 30 million square meters. We finish. We build all town.
So you're a developer, like Trump.
Yes, like Trump. But Trump is how to say special man. America and people from United States need to have the chance to live in this time where Trump is president. That is very important. Trump is first president who wants, after 20, 30 years, to return, how to say, to return America
to the people.
The people. That is very important. For 30 years, I know America 50 years ago. No, in that time was others. Now, for 20, 30 years, America changed. But key our business and our philosophy, our family is our family to be together. America lose that key, how to say, if you have together family,
yes,
you have a strong country. And Trump now doing that. He is absolutely, how to say, I call him Papa of the world.
Papa of the world?
Yeah.
Papa Trump?
Papa Trump.
I bet he would like that.
Yeah.
That'll make him laugh.
He doing revolution. But people doesn't...
He is doing a revolution.
People doesn't...
They don't see it. They don't...
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand.
Many people doesn't understand him. And when I write and give my ideas, Trump and
when you
Putin,
write him letters?
Yeah, letters. I told Putin and Trump, you need to make in Greenland.
In Greenland, yes.
All Europe politics and others thinks that is only
ice. They think it's only ice. Ice and snow.
Ice and snow.
But it's not.
Trump is other man.
Yeah.
God give him something else. And he look business. Greenland need to be heart of center energy, Russian and USA.
Yes.
And to establish Europe with energy, 100%.
Well, Europe has a problem now with energy, right?
Yes.
Yes. And can you explain?
Yes, but sorry. Also, our country here and our president Vučić have good idea, and our company we had a joint venture with Russian, our petrol company, and Vučić now changed that, and that company they make joint venture with MOL, a Russian company bought MOL from Hungary, and MOL with USA company control Croatia, Serbia, Hungary, and other countries here, and I think that company need to be umbrella, how to say, joint with USA.
With the United States. Okay,
USA.
Can you explain for people how much does Europe depend on Russia for its energy?
100%.
Right?
100%.
Yeah. So so they're fighting Russia in
without
Ukraine,
Trump,
and then depend
Trump
on Russia for
have
energy.
Key here.
Yes.
How to make good strategy with Russian.
Yes.
And to finish energy for Europe for 1,000 years.
So what you're talking about?
No war.
Yes.
President Trump is no man for war.
No.
President Trump have many ideas. He is man how to develop country. No, America, all country, all world, and with that, Trump help with energy.
Yes.
Europe for 100 years. and Greenland be center.
Greenland would be the center of that. Well, so what we're talking about in Greenland is the metals, the rare earth minerals, all of the energy, everything that's under the ice.
Yes.
So a lot of Americans didn't understand why suddenly Trump is talking about Greenland. But the US pays hundreds of millions of dollars to secure Greenland every year. The US has had nuclear weapons stored underground in Greenland. Underground, there's one US base left on the surface, but there's other US military assets that are stored underground in Greenland. So Greenland is of great significance to the US also because you can reach the US with intercontinental ballistic missiles can reach the US from Greenland in 2 to 3 minutes. So Greenland is critical for America's security. America's already paying hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars every year to keep Greenland secure. But the Chinese and Russians have moved in there. So for a lot of Americans, it didn't make sense.
Absolutely, it's global politics.
Right.
China want to be in Europe.
Yeah.
Also Russia.
Yeah.
And to block the Greenland.
Yeah.
But
so Greenland is very important.
If Biden be president, that is be possible.
Yeah.
But Trump is president. He doesn't give them China and Russia to be in Greenland.
Yeah.
Greenland is absolutely for USA.
So you wrote to Trump a letter about Greenland.
Absolutely.
What is your idea?
Also for Cuba,
yes.
for Venezuela.
Yes.
That is strategic
vision.
Strategic vision.
Yes.
Venezuela and Cuba, people live very poor.
Very.
And they have gas, oil, very, very, very rich resource.
Yes, Venezuela, the largest natural oil resources in the world.
But doesn't have management. How to use that? Yeah. America know that. America have experience. How to use that and to make a rich country. And I am sure 100% Venezuela for 10 years be others country. Maybe similar 10 times rich of today.
Yes.
Also Cuba also. And when I say that letter, send that letter in Trump, I told Cuba need to be new Florida from USA. Florida.
New Florida.
Yeah. Also.
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Instead of Florida being New Cuba. Which is what it is now.
And America have now a president who work similar of tsunami. How to say?
President Trump is like a tsunami.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says things and the world goes nuts.
World. And after that, after arrest president of Maduro.
Yes, of Venezuela.
And his wife.
Yeah.
All president in the world look Trump, how to say, very serious and I am sure 100% any war in the world he make peace. In Ukraine, Russia.
Well, he's trying in Ukraine, so not successful so far.
No, we got everything. I know. Putin and Trump have some special connections, and they work together to finish, and very fast they sign. Maybe in White House.
Yeah.
Maybe in Emirates. Who know?
Are you going to be there when they sign the deal?
I haven't that position, but I
know. You have an official position.
Very happy to be
But what
there.
about a personal position?
Yes. That'd be good if they call me, please. I am ready to be.
Okay, well, you better call me. I want to be there too.
I'd be happy with you to be together.
Yeah.
And I give many ideas, Putin and Trump, about many global position. Also, 1 month ago, I sent one idea, Trump and Putin and Ursula, president of Europe community, how to help our country, Serbia, and also Balkans country. We always have some problems. You talk about that national mix, Croatia,
Bosnia,
Kosovo, Albania, etc. And they have position Serbia to be center national security USA. And after that, believe me, Serbia is center of Balkans.
While the global financial elite has been secretly accumulating wealth through cryptocurrency, ordinary Americans have been systematically excluded. So today, I want to tell you about Block Trust IRA. They're bringing crypto wealth to everyday people using advanced AI technology that breaks the stranglehold of the hidden powers who control our financial system. I've partnered with Block Trust IRA because I believe there's an intentional barrier between regular people and financial independence, and it's created by those who don't want to share what you're entitled to. Block Trust IRA has a powerful trading platform, Animus AI, and it works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies beyond the simple buy and hold. It exposes the lie that regular people like us should just sit and hold, while hedge fund elites trade with sophisticated algorithms. That's why their system was named the #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine, and it beat out over 1,500 global competitors. So whether you're a teacher or a truck driver or a small business owner or a retiree, and you're watching manipulated markets erode your 401k, Block Trust IRA's Animus AI arms you with the same tools insiders use against financial tyranny. Clients are seeing over 250% returns on their investments, protected by military-grade security, and up to $200 million in insurance against interference. Don't wait. Visit LaraLoganCrypto.com to join the financial revolution, fighting back against the hidden powers keeping you dependent on their failing system. For a limited time, they're offering viewers up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you open an account. Crypto created 80,000 new millionaires just last year. Why not you? Visit LaraLoganCrypto.com. That's LaraLoganCrypto.com for financial freedom.
And after that, 100% all country have some, or how to say, control, or maybe America help us how to develop economy. That is very important. I'm businessman. I always talk about that. Many businessmen destroy, how to say, granice, borders,
yes,
and build a bridge, and many politics wall and destroy bridge. We are.
You're saying that businessmen build bridges,
Yes,
and politicians tear them down, destroy them, and build walls.
And that is very important.
Okay, but you're not a no borders person, right?
Trump is businessman, practical man.
Yeah, he is a practical man. But just to be clear, you're not a no borders person.
I wrote a letter to Trump, and I wrote to him, since America is great, there's a huge problem with immigration. Officially, they say there are 10 million, but unofficially, maybe 30 million. And I suggested that I wrote that letter to Obama once, but no one responded. And I proposed that America provide economic immigrants who would be willing to obtain American citizenship with $1 million investment. In this way, America would be populated by 10 million wealthy people who come from all over the world and who can open their own companies and factories and are developing business in America. And more importantly, these are people who know business and have brains. And they will connect these people with American companies through joint ventures and connect these countries.
I 10
and
miliona
10 million such businessmen, each employing 10 people. That's 100 million. America would grow like this immediately economically. And that's indispensable to Trump. Obama, he didn't understand that, but Trump understands that. And he immediately created a gold card based on which people can apply for residency and so on.
prijave ljudi na selo I ostalo. Jer daleko je
Because it's
bolje
far better to have wealthy people come into your country
koji su bogati nego imati
rather than having immigrants entering the country illegally,
u Ameriku
creating chaos.
imate potpuno haos u državi da ne smiju žene da šete ulicu.
Women are afraid to go outside with their children, their family, their sisters, their mothers. Everyone feels threatened and scared. And what Trump's doing now is very difficult for him, for his image. But for America, it's fantastic.
So you say America has an illegal immigration problem. But when you look at Europe, people in America think Europe's gone mad. You also have an illegal immigration problem, and it's much worse in some ways. So my question to you is, why do you think it is that only Western countries have a massive illegal immigration problem now? You don't have a massive problem in, they're not pouring into China or, in Africa or across Latin America. They're coming, Mexico doesn't let any illegal immigrants come there. It's only into these Western countries like in Europe and in the US that you have this issue. So why?
Ljudi
Poor people from Africa and other countries in Asia and the Arab world, they go to places where life is good and it's a wealthy country. That's Europe and America. These are absolutely the two richest places in the world today. And it's quite logical that all immigration goes towards those places. That's number one, so they can live well. But what's wrong with that?
Znači kad dođe,
So when someone comes to another country, it's like when someone comes to visit me at home. This is how I look at it. He has to follow my rules. So an immigrant who comes to the United States must respect the rules of the American state and the laws. And if they attack one child, one woman, or break any shop window, rob, steal, kill another person, that these people automatically have to leave the country, or they should be thrown out of an airplane, because there's no other way for those people who came to a foreign country to enjoy what's good and help themselves, that they disrupt the peace and create chaos in any country, be it Serbia, America, Europe, any country. I am absolutely in favor of the strictest punishments that exist and immediate expulsion from the country and the state for every immigrant who breaks one law.
Did you really say that?
yes,
But he said
I say,
Really?
it's not really that.
Throwing them out of airplanes?
really? Sorry, please. If I give you everything and you want to kill my child,
Yeah.
sorry.
Do you
That
mean
is
literally?
end.
Do you mean, is that sort of figuratively, or do you mean
Figurative.
literally? Not literally.
Knowledge.
Not even at
only
10.
figurative.
Okay.
Ali ja predlažem.
Bogolub. Okay. I mean, there might be
No,
a lot of people
but-
that agree with you, but as a policy, that could be problematic. I'm just saying.
Ja,
But I do appreciate your honesty. Okay.
ne, figurativno.
Okay, figuratively. Let's just be very clear. Because, I mean, that is something that they did in Argentina and South Africa and other places. They did throw people out of helicopters at sea. So wouldn't be the first time that was ever done, and obviously not good.
Ja sam veliki.
I'm a great humanist.
Ja sam veliki.
I'm a great humanist.
I ja mislim
And I think that the model I would apply in America
ja primenim u Americi.
and in any country as a businessman I have a vision, and I always think like a businessman. I wouldn't chase and look for migrants in clubs, cafes, and so on.
kućama i tako dalje. Ja bi svakom
I would allow every immigrant to register themselves and get an ID. And when he gets it, and when he's legalized, and when we do an interview with them, when we know who we're dealing with and who that person is, then we would determine with psychologists and experts and others who spoke with them and saw how they could employ these people anywhere that would be useful for the state and for themselves. Those who cannot fit in, who have a criminal past, those people would be sent right back. And I wouldn't let them run around the streets like this. I think that's wrong. This approach of mine is far more positive and simple. And then people would come freely. There would be no street protests. There would be nothing. They would come in, register themselves, and the state would know where these people are and what kind of people they are. Those with a criminal past would have to leave.
Okay, so the criminal part of this is one thing, right? And you can see how the criminal part can be used by political forces to destabilize a nation from within. So that's one part of this. But what about the other part of it? For example, the political Islamic part, where you have people campaigning to change the law. Like in the US, it would be the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. But for many political entities within, say, for example, the Islamic civilization, seek to replace the Constitution with Sharia law. Their goal is to have Sharia throughout the world and so on. I know you know what I'm talking about because you're from the city of Peć in Kosovo. I've been there multiple times. I was there during the war and I was there just recently again. And I saw what happened to the Serbian people in Peć. There are hardly any left.
Yeah.
And it's the same all over Kosovo. And so you know exactly what I'm talking about because the Serbian people are being kicked out. The land in Kosovo is being cleansed of Serbs and Christians.
Yes.
And Muslim people are taking over. So you understand this, the nature of this threat. And of course, this is distinct from ordinary, decent people who are just good people. I mean, who cares, right? We don't care. I don't care. I have only love in my heart for all people. But I'm not blind or stupid. I can see when there's a political struggle to replace one civilization with another civilization. And in fact, I would have to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to hear the voices that talk about this all the time. So I wonder, from a nation like Serbia that's really at the front line of this fight, this is knocking on your door. How do you see it?
Those with a criminal past would have to leave. Without immigrants, there is no dynamic development in the country. That's how I see it as a businessman. So that's necessary. We need immigrants. In every country that's developing. America's a big country, and Serbia is a small country, and we don't have the same tolerance for immigrants as the United States. But these immigrants must strictly fit into the system and the laws and the constitution of the countries they're going to. So they cannot exercise any rights which the law and the constitution of that country does not allow. If they want to apply the laws from the country they came from, I would send them back there immediately so they can live the life of the country they came from. And I wouldn't give it a chance, not at all. I know that it's not easy. It's not simple. There has to be a law that each immigrant must take a course and pass an exam and learn how they can contribute positively to the country and how to adapt culturally. And they sign a document that they'll respect the laws. And if they're not ready to do this, their papers, their visa, their passport should be revoked and they should be sent home. So let them choose what they prefer.
ali da nameće.
but to impose their way of life and their style and culture, which is different from ours. Absolutely. Well, I don't believe it's a right that they have. I don't believe that's a freedom they have. I do understand and believe that there are political forces which are funding this type of illegal immigration of millions of people from all over the world coming into countries to actually disrupt and destroy the peace and the constitutions of these Western countries. Let me talk about our big family, our Serbian family. I'll take my family as an example. Our family has 473 members, and we're a multi-ethnic family. Some of the women in our family have actually married Muslims or Catholics or people from other religions and races. So we have a multi-ethnic family. But all those people that come into the family, they come in understanding that they're becoming part of the family, a big family. And that's the best way. It's the only way for them to actually grow and adapt to our way of living. Because otherwise, they'll feel as a complete foreigner within this ecosystem that's our family. And it's the same for countries. If someone comes into a country to work, to live, and create a future for their children, the grandchildren, they must know and obey the laws and constitutions which exist, and not to start actions to destabilize the system, to demonstrate or do other things that definitely go against the interests of that country. No one would allow that. That country has no future. That country would disappear. And that's a big problem. It's not simple at all. President Trump took on a very risky and extremely difficult task for himself, personally, as president. But that's why he's made a very significant move for America and the American people. He has, by means of his policies, engaged in conflicts with immigrants, who for the most part are voters for the Democrat Party. And by doing so, he might seriously undermine his political standing. But his objectives are exclusively focused on the interests of America, American families, and the American people. And what he's doing here today will, without a doubt, one day be permanently recorded as a truly singular and unique case where a president is not primarily concerned with his own position, his official duties, or even the prestige of the White House itself, but instead, he's focused on how to genuinely return America to its hardworking citizens and their families. I'm convinced, and I would not be surprised, if the citizens of the United States themselves call for a referendum and demand that Trump has a mandate for 2 more terms. He personally doesn't need it, but that policy is necessary for the American people. That policy is necessary for the whole world. He now leads and affects the whole world. With Putin, with Xi, they're now arranging the future of the entire planet. What should it be like in the next 100, 200 years?
It'll be a miracle if President Trump survives another year in office, let alone another term, which of course Americans would go nuts about because the Constitution limits you to 2 terms. There is the issue of the stolen 2020 election, which is another problem that Trump is dealing with, and that a lot of people don't want him to deal with. But when you seek to change the system fights back against you, and the system is very powerful, right? And that's what we see, is that all over the world, people only hear negative things about Donald Trump because the media is controlled by a lot of negative forces, and the image that they present of Trump has always been one filled with hatred and rage, and it's very unclear what's going to happen because elections are still stolen in America. And in fact, some of the servers that they used to steal America's elections are right here in Serbia, in Belgrade. Are you aware of that? You're part of the problem, okay?
I only know one thing for sure, that every single Serb was rooting for Trump.
Znači, svi Srbi,
So all the Serbs in America, all the Serbs in Serbia, they were all supporting Trump. Whether there was any server in Serbia, that I really don't know. I don't have that specific information. But I do know that all Serbs were absolutely and completely supportive of President Trump. And just now, when I saw President Trump in Davos, hugging the president of Kosovo, and I myself am from Kosovo, I would have wished that our President Vučić had also been there, right beside him, posed together, sitting on the other side as well, and that we could have similarly utilized that position, extending a hand for peace and for cooperation, because Trump is a man who brings people together and reconciles. So it will be a tremendous disadvantage for America if Trump is not reelected for another presidential term.
So do you see that, I mean, in your view, do you see that people today are being used as a weapon of invasion, to invade countries in Europe and in the US, to change the political system?
da, ja sam
Yes, I'm convinced that there are centers of power unknown to us ordinary people,
ali koji upravljaju.
but who control certain politicians in the world. And such things happen that they illegally participate in the replacement of regularly elected presidents and so on. That exists in many countries.
This powder does 3 things that they will charge you $10,000 for, but the FDA approved it, so there's nothing they can do. It releases stem cells from your bone marrow, makes you 27% harder to kill, and it floods everything with nitric oxide. Listen to Dr. Simon Mills, one of the top herbal medicine researchers in the world.
Dark chocolate is a medicine, end of. It's one of the best medicines around. It's 50 grams, 100 grams of 75% or more dark chocolate. Brain health as well, cardiovascular health. They do studies where they've put cocoa into volunteers that meet students usually, so young kids, and they were able to show changes in the blood flow within minutes, certainly within an hour of eating cocoa. Beneficial changes in your blood flow.
They call it the heart medicine.
Yeah, heart, circulation, brain, but it also, of course, we know it contains a few other beneficial stimulating effects, sort of similar to the effects of the coffee, which incidentally, as I've already said, is a medicine as well. But cocoa and chocolate does have an uplifting effect, which is why we love it so.
That's right, dark chocolate. But here's where people get it wrong. The flavonols, the part that actually does something, get destroyed when chocolate is processed. Regular chocolate has 50 milligrams of dead flavonols. This Black Forest high flavanol cocoa powder has 1,200 milligrams of pharmaceutically extracted flavonols. Normally, you can't claim benefits in the supplement world, but this, the FDA signed off on a health claim saying cocoa flavonols support heart health and reduce cardiovascular risk. And trust me, it's not just about the FDA. The evidence on this stuff was so strong, it couldn't be ignored. Studies showed the brain gets sharper 8.6 seconds faster in cognitive tests. Blood flow where it counts, 80% improvement. And the heart gets stronger, 27% less death. All proven through a 21,000 human case study trial conducted by Harvard. The results were so definitive, the FDA approved it. They take the finest cocoa, they extract the flavonols, and they concentrate it into this, made right here in the USA. Cocoa prices have been skyrocketing worldwide over the last few months, so I don't expect prices to be this cheap anytime soon. If you've been thinking about trying it, act now. After 48 hours, this promo will be over, so stock up before it's gone. Take control of your health before someone else does it for you. When President Trump sent in the military to arrest President Maduro of Venezuela, although he was really indicted as the leader of the Cartel de los Soles in Venezuela, was that a shock to people around the world? I mean, are other leaders now worried that the U.S. is going to come after them?
Okay then, until that moment, who didn't believe that Trump was responsible, in a position to... America once again shines brightly on the global stage. I know truly as the most powerful star, Trump, with the arrest of Maduro, and he will sleep in the bedroom with his wife, having shown the whole world that America is the most powerful country. He restored hope once again that there is a country in the world called America, which can establish peace, which can economically uplift a nation, just as it uplifted Japan, just as it uplifted Germany, just as it economically uplifted every country and made a global power out of it, and so on. It is Trump's historical role to realize his vision to make America, with territories much, much larger, and secured vital resources for the next 1,000 years to come. Now all the presidents are treating Trump with great seriousness and politeness.
Have you met Trump?
Oh, 30 years ago.
30
Maybe
years
in
ago?
Atlantic City. Yeah, 30 years.
Were you at the poker table?
Atlantic City.
You were at
I
the poker
lose
table
money.
in Atlantic City? You lost money to him? Did you?
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah, really.
How?
And also, our
He said, my brother's daughter, Zoran's, when she was competing for Miss, and then Zoran's daughter, when she was at Miss Universe at the time, and then she won Miss Yugoslavia then, and it will definitely be today. They exist. There are 3 very important presidents who are planning the future of this entire planet. Those are President Trump, President Putin, and President Xi. So I expect that they will manage this planet so well, making it suitable for life and for the future. We don't need to be concerned about these smaller nations, because these are individuals who do not desire conflict, but instead, they truly wish for peace. And considering that up until this very moment, we haven't experienced such a state of affairs, there have been significantly more periods of warfare than there have been periods of peace. And Trump is a completely new kind of leader who absolutely is actively working towards the goal of bringing an end to all conflicts and fostering lasting global peace.
So you're a gambler.
Sometimes.
What do you
Sometimes, but I don't love that.
No. Okay, but where do you go in the casino? Craps, poker, roulette. What are you doing?
I love that machine. Only
the machine?
Yeah. I don't.
The slot machines.
I don't love to lose money.
Well, yes, I understand. I share that feeling. Since we're talking about money, how much is your family worth? How much are you worth?
Billions. Billions. We work 54 years. 1,000 people work, 30,000 people. And we build any year's minimum million square meters.
Wow.
That is for our business, billions. And Yanice is my grandson.
I met your grandson, yes.
Yeah, and
he's a lovely
he
young
born
man.
in America
Yes.
33 years ago.
Yeah.
And in that time, I joking here with journalists, my friends.
Yeah.
And he told me, why Yanice born in New York?
Yeah.
I told them, who knows? We have planned for 50 years, our family.
Uh-huh.
And maybe one day Yanice be, if they want, maybe member of Congress,
Sure.
of president, or that. And now Yanice is man who wants with family
She's got 2 children.
to work in USA and to develop our business.
Yes.
We're planning with him and others. He have 6 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And father and mother live in Canada. But I told him, Canada is a communist country. It's not for business.
You come from a communist country originally.
You need to go in USA. If you want to have business, really, you need to be in USA. Only one country in the world is America. For us. We are from Serbia. And people doesn't know that. We haven't other country in the world where is a position for any man who wants to develop and to doing something.
To be successful.
It's America.
It's the American dream.
It's the American dream. That is my dream. When I was 60, 70 years, I dream about, it's my dream to go to America and to work on America with my friends. Hey, we are children, 78 years. 60 years ago.
So
that systems exist very good, but something is wrong 20, 30 years.
In the last 20, 30 years, it's gone wrong.
But Trump now will, how to say, doing that to be good.
He's trying to make it better.
And to bring us all, I call economy migration, with millions and billions, and to open company there, and to work. Millions people waited. That visa, how to say, gold visa.
Yeah, the gold card that Trump created,
gold
right?
card.
Where you can invest certain amount of money and get citizenship.
That is very good. That is very good.
Okay, since you mentioned running for office, would you ever run for office here in Serbia? Would you like to be president?
No.
You don't want to be in charge?
I have chance where I want.
Yeah.
That I haven't competition. I'm businessman.
Yeah.
I have very good position. I work, and pay tax, millions, and people know me. I have that position, but if people need Bogolub to help something, I'm here.
Okay, if you change your mind, you better let me know.
We have good president. Vučić is very good president. It's first time for maybe 50 years. We have president who built 1,000 kilometers roads. 1,000 kilometers. Also, we had železnica.
Railway.
40 kilometers was in hours. Now, Vučić with Chinese company make joint venture. We have 200 kilometers per hour. That is a very, very, very big. He doing very good that economic developed country. But we are here to help everything.
Okay, so when you write those letters to President Trump and President Putin, do they write back?
Yes. That is, how to say, that is...
like a culture, you know? The cabinet always responds, you know? The cabinet always answers my letter.
That is good. But I think if God give me something, if I have good idea, maybe it's good to send that.
To share it.
Yeah, to share that.
Yes.
Why not? Who knows? Somebody maybe use that. But in my letter, where I sent Trump from Cuba, Venezuela, Greenland, Canada also, I think Canada need to be together with USA. They have very big country, but doesn't know how to use that. And America know that. Sorry, please.
Yeah, Canadians will go nuts when they hear you say that.
I didn't suggest to pull Maduro out of his bed. But it's such a big move. It's truly magnificent to behold the way this nation was carefully built, that America has become completely what it stands for. It had been quite lost on the international stage, completely adrift. Then almost immediately it became one of the most important strategic players in the entire world.
But what if Trump pulls out of NATO? You think that's good or not good?
I think it's no good. We need to have one. We need to have an association, one such as NATO, which guarantees security to the whole of Europe and to all other countries that are partners. And it's better to be together. But I don't think Trump will leave NATO because he finally got them to pay their share. And thanks to NATO and America, there are no wars. If all of the countries of the European Union were to divide and each one started forming its own army without NATO today, and if America were to separate itself, it wouldn't be able to control that. We would have new wars in Europe itself, that's for sure. But Trump has clearly taught Europe a lesson, that they really need to wake up, that they have to wake up, and that they respect their big brother. There is a big brother, that is America.
What happens if the United Kingdom and Germany, Holland, all these countries, what if they become Islamic countries, Muslim countries? What then? What about NATO then?
Britain currently has, in my opinion, a negative policy after the strong leaders they once had. For the last, we could say, 2 decades, it's been a country without a strong leader. Without a strong leader, a country almost reaches a point of collapse. And Britain will have huge problems with immigration if it continues. If our government were to behave like this, as it normally operates, and the same applies to Germany. If I could send a particular message, not only to the American people, but indeed to everyone who's currently watching us, my message is always this. Please vote for strong leaders. If you don't have a strong leader, you as a nation are completely lost. Therefore, always seek a strong leader to guide you and make sure to vote for strong leaders. Don't be afraid of these kind of people. They will make you a prosperous and secure nation. If you have a weak leader, they will surely destroy you.
Bogolub Karic, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being so generous. Thank you for welcoming us here. Really appreciate it. It's wonderful to talk to you. And don't forget your promise. You're going to let me know if there's a peace deal. If you're going, I'm jumping in your suitcase. And if you change your mind about running for office.
Thank you.
I'd like to add one more thing. So it was in 1999, that particular year, when the North Atlantic Treaty Organization launched its bombing campaign against Serbia. It was then that Milosevic arrested 3 American soldiers. And then they tried. President Clinton of America tried through the presidents of France, Germany, and Britain in every possible way to secure their release. There were many attempts made by different presidents at that time to secure their freedom. And then my friends from America called me and asked if there was any way that I could help. There was Rod Blagojevich, Jesse Jackson, and so on. And I'm telling you this, the point is, people who are still bombing our country, Serbia, even today cannot possibly help President Clinton. My idea is that through our Courage Brothers Foundation, we invite all the heads of religious communities from America to come as guests and visit our holy patriarchate, Pavle. And we, together with the patriarch, as a religious delegation, will go to President Milosevic and implore him to free those soldiers, allowing them to return to America. At that time, there were massive demonstrations in front of the White House, with mothers, wives, and so on. And we managed to get the guys free. We were successful, and that's how it was. It was truly a wonderful day. President Clinton himself called to express his gratitude. And everyone went away happy from the territory of Serbia and Yugoslavia. Lara, I want to express my deepest gratitude for this truly engaging interview. And I'd like to bid farewell to all our viewers, to all those who are watching us, especially our fellow Serbs who are living in America. There are 3 million of them. And we want to bring them closer to this energy, this love, and this power.
Nikola Tesla.
Tesla is the man who essentially created everything we see and use in America. That's why America is a great nation, because it allows every person who comes from a village, from a city, from any country in the world to achieve their dream. Only America can do that.
Nikola Tesla. Yeah, the most famous Serb in America. That he was able to come to America from a village in Serbia and do as much as he did, be as important as he was. Very important man. Very important man.
Very important.
And one of your companies is BK Tesla, right?
Yeah, BK Tesla.
Yeah, wow.
Whole world is Tesla.
All world is Tesla. This is true. This is true. Well, maybe his dream will come completely to reality one day, right? Because he had a dream of free electricity, free power all over the world for everyone.
Thank you. Biche.
Thank you.
God help us.
Thank you so much. It's a real pleasure to meet you. I'm so grateful. Thank you for watching Going Rogue with Lara Logan. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Send it out to as many people as you can. If you want to support independent journalism, you can go to our website and find us there. And as always, thank you for being bold enough to go rogue with Lara Logan.